everyone, it's Rachel with another episode of Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. So I am here still at my crop in Texas from back in October. I worked on a whole bunch of these lift and sketches just so I'd have a little bit of free time during the holidays. I am also working with my scrap room double shot kit from September 2016. This is the Crepe Paper Cool Kid line, and also the sketch you saw at the beginning of the video. I got that from Pinterest, and I don't actually know where it's from. So I apologize, whomever made it. It's lovely. I really liked it, so I just never could find out who actually did it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've got that yellow paper is going to be my main background paper, and it has arrows pointing to the right, and then I'm going to use these other triangle paper, and I'm going to use those triangles pointing towards the left, and then have my photos in the center. So I thought, I don't know, in my brain I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love how I'm awesomely making the arrows point towards the photos. I may or may not have been very tired at this point. I also cut out a piece of that black and white striped paper, and I'm using that as the banner piece that is featured in the original layout. Now I did go ahead and trim that in half just to be able to stretch it behind my two photos. Now these photos are of my nephew and some friends of his. They all do crew, and they had a fundraiser 5K run or erg. Now if you don't know what erging is, if you're not in crew, erging is basically a really, really hard row machine. So my nephew actually chose to do the erging, and so he rode for a 5K. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the larger triangle pattern paper down, and then I'm going to use the opposite side of that triangle paper, which is that blue tone-on-tone pattern paper, and use that as the little dividing line. Oh, I love the way this background turned out. For me, it's just super cute. Okay, moving on. So I like the way that looks, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down my photos. And because they're glued on straight, I go ahead and use my T-square ruler to put them on the page. And I'm just kind of futzing with the ATG that apparently came off the paper. Alright, once that is down, I'm going to grab the stickers, and I'm going to use that 5 from the Cool Kid sticker that came with my double shot kit and as part of my title, and then I'm going to pull out an alpha that actually came with the line. But okay, before I do that, I really loved this word awesome, and I know it's not going to fit across, so what I thought would be kind of cute was in the original layout there is a wood veneer 3x4 piece, and I thought it would be kind of cool if I did the word awesome kind of vertically to mimic the idea of that. In my brain it worked that way. So I add a couple more stickers to the other side, and then I pull out these stickers that are wood veneer, and they actually came with the Cool Kid line. They did not come in my scrap room kit. I had already purchased them, and to finish off my title with 5K fun, and then I sped through, I just added a bunch of those star stickers kind of spread out amongst the embellishment clusters, and now I went into the envelope I add to each of my scrap room kits that are filled with things like flair and wood veneer, and in this case cork pieces, and I add that cork heart to the lower right hand side embellishment cluster, and then the flair to the embellishment cluster by the photos, another ampersand cork piece, and now I'm going to add some brads, and this is from My Mind's Eye Cut and Paste, and also, oh sorry, another cork piece in the left-hand embellishment cluster area. Okay. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's a cork piece. Okay. All right. So I'm pulling out these brads, and once I do that, I'm pretty much finished. I'm just trying to decide which ones I think go the best with the colors in my layout. I don't know why I'm being picky. There's like every single color. But from when I was doing it, it seemed super important to get the right colors at the time. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to take it off and do some misting and bring it back and show it to you. And I realize at this point I haven't done my journaling. So I go ahead with my T-square ruler and draw some lines. And as I've mentioned in several other videos, I have this fear of having empty lines, and then I realized they were a little bit far apart. So these lines are crazy wonky. I don't know what I was thinking. I really should have just grabbed a sticker and put it over it. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to freak out over it or anything like that. But just looking at them now, I'm like, oh my gosh, those are so not even close to being equally spaced at all. So I'm just writing about how he was excited to do this, and yada yada, so on and so forth, and he had a good time, and his friends all cheered each other on, and that's going to finish up the layout. Thank you guys so much. Flick me a thumbs up if you can.